Hello listeners and viewers, welcome to Kaduna State Ministry of Education Radio and TV e-learning program designed for our SS3 and other students staying at home due to the coronavirus pandemic. The present administration under the able leadership of His Excellency, Malam Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai, is positioned as always to ensure that under his leadership, our students are not left behind in all areas of human endeavors, especially education. Kaduna State is the center of learning. Therefore, we want to ensure that our students excel in their forthcoming examinations and beyond. Students and other learners at home are given this opportunity in order to continue learning, as education is a continuous process. Different subjects will be taught in this program to assist students to perform excellently in the forthcoming Senior School Certificate examination being conducted by NECO and WAEC as soon as schools reopen. Teachers making presentations will always provide their names and phone numbers during each presentation, and they can be contacted for questions, further explanations, and/or clarifications. The following numbers and contacts can also be reached for expression of any concern or observation: 090-865-00545 or 080-383-62072. Our website is www.education.kdsg.gov.ng. Our email education@kdsg.gov.ng or education.kdsg@gmail.com. Our YouTube channel, Ministry of Education, Kaduna State. Our Twitter handle @Kaduna_MOE. Or our Facebook page, Ministry of Education, Kaduna State. Stay safe, stay at home, and learn well. Thank you, happy listening, and happy viewing.
Good day, my dear students. It is my pleasure meeting you once more, where we reach you through e-learning program organized by Kaduna State Government, Ministry of Education. I am Abbas Shehu by name, and I'm going to take you on the subject of commerce. And the topic of our discussion today is going to be port authorities. This is a topic that has connection with what we have been discussing with you for the past three previous lessons. Madam Azena, if you remember, took you in the transportation, types or forms of transportation, where she discussed advantages and disadvantages. And I equally discussed with you career. That is also a topic connected to transportation. Today we are going to take a look at the last part of the topic generally known as transportation. And the last part we are going to discuss, like I said, is going to be port authorities. We are going to have a look at what port authorities are. How many are they? What are they? What are their functions? So under the lesson of today, we are going to have a look at one, meaning of Nigerian Port Authority. Two, we'll look at their functions. Then three, we'll look at Nigerian Airport Authority. Four, we'll look at the functions. Five, we'll look at Customs and Excise Authority, and equally look at their functions. Seven, we are going to look at the relationship that exists between Nigerian port authorities and the Department of Customs and Excise. And we will equally look at shipping, clearing, and forwarding agents. The last part is going to be Nigerian Export Promotion Council. These are the areas we intend to cover with you as far as this particular class is concerned. The first thing is, like I said, Nigerian Port Authority. What is Nigerian Port Authority? Nigerian Port Authority is a body established by the federal government of Nigeria to manage and control the general operations of the seaport. The general operation of the seaport. In Nigeria, we have ports. We have a seaport in Port Harcourt. We have another one in Lagos. So the management of these seaports is under the control of a body set up by the government known as Nigerian Port Authority. They provide all the necessary facilities that are needed in order for a port to function well. We have, if you remember, discussed in forms of transportation, sea or water transport that deals with the movement of goods and people or passengers from one place to another. Now, in terms of international trade, or in dealing with international trade, you can never, or international trade can never take place without the use of sea transport. And of course, since sea transport is involved, and we have ports that are provided by the government, then these seaports must carry out certain functions, must have certain facilities that will be used in the course of carrying out their functions. The Port Authority provides those facilities. All the necessary facilities are provided by the Port Authority, Nigerian Port Authority. Like I said, they control and manage all activities relating to the port, whether it is in Port Harcourt or in Lagos. As far as it is in Nigeria, it is the Nigerian Port Authority that is charged with the responsibility of taking care of them. Now, having seen what we mean by Nigerian Port Authority, we will now go straight and see a picture of a seaport. You can see, for those of you that are watching us through television, you can see on display two different ports where you have buildings, where you have different ships, where you have different people carrying out different activities or engaged in different activities. Now we go to the functions of the Nigerian Port Authority. The functions carried out by Nigerian Port Authority. Number one is provision of facilities such as cranes, navigational aids, port lifts, so on and so forth. Ports need facilities like cranes. Remember when we were talking about carriers, we told you what a crane is. It is a machine. It is a kind of a vehicle that is specifically made for lifting containers that are having goods. Because these containers are heavy, they are normally carried by machines that are known as cranes. So those facilities are normally provided by the Port Authority to assist, to help in carrying out these goods, because they are heavy loads that cannot be carried along or carried by human beings. So machines are there. And we have navigational aids too, because when planes, in terms of our airport or seaport, when ships or planes are coming, there must be a navigator that will be directing them as to where they are to go. All these are provided by seaport in terms of sea transport. Then we have number two, provision of maintenance facilities, like dredging of easy passage of ship. Number three, maintenance and improvement of ports. They take care of all the buildings, the assets that are there, the facilities that are provided in the port. It is the duty of function of the Nigerian Port Authority to maintain those things, maintain those facilities. Number four, revenue collection. They collect revenues, such as harbor and dock fees. Because a port is a place where goods are brought. Goods are brought from different countries, goods are taken to different countries. And because of these goods that are taken in and out of the port, certain dues are paid. And it is the duty of the Port Authority to collect those fees that we call dock fees. We have number five as a provision of warehouse. They provide warehouse where goods are stored for owners to come and carry them on agreement. Because if you remember when we were talking about documents that are used or terminologies used or terms used in terms of transportation, we talk about demurrage, where we said it is amount of money or penalty that those whose goods are brought to the port and refuse to carry the goods on time are asked to pay. So in order to avoid payment of demurrage, port authorities provide a warehouse where goods can be taken and be kept on the agreement between the port and the owner on payment of a particular amount of money, which is not usually high compared to what you pay in terms of demurrage. Then we have number 6, supervision of loading and offloading of goods. They supervise loading and offloading of goods to make sure that everything is carried out perfectly, carried out accordingly. Number 7, they provide what you call security. The security in terms of life and property of people that are there is normally provided by the port authority, the Nigerian Port Authority. The last one we have there is housing of security personnel. They provide the security. There are men who are employed to be checking, to be going around checking the activities of everybody, checking that every facility is secured, is safe. In safeguarding those assets, facilities, the securities are normally provided with house where they will live, because goods are brought or taken out of the country at different times throughout the hours, throughout 24 hours, day and night. So the security are normally provided with house where they are residing, where they are staying. So the provision of security, not only security, the housing of the security personnel is normally a function of what you call Nigerian Port Authority. And with this, we are through with the first one, which is talking about Nigerian Port Authority. We now go to Nigerian Airport Authority. Nigerian Airport Authority. By hearing airport, you know we are now moving from sea to air, which means that this involves transportation of goods and services using air, using plane. Just like in case of the port authority, we have also sea airport authority. We also have airport authority. They are in charge of taking care of all the airports that are found in the country, found within the country. We have international airports, we have local airports. All these airports are under the control and management of the Nigerian Airport Authority, Nigerian Airport Authority, which is normally abbreviated as ANN. It is a statutory body set up by the federal government, charged with the responsibility of controlling and managing the airports, as well as providing facilities. Just like the Nigerian Port Authority, they provide facilities there in the airport and the ports. These two equally provide facilities in the airport that are found, like I said earlier on, in all the country. Now, having talked about what we mean by Nigerian Airport Authority, we can have a look at some pictures of airports that we have. We have one here that shows where a plane has already landed with vehicles that are there trying to upload goods brought by the plane. Then we have another one here that is having pictures of people who are taking photographs of the airplane that has just landed. Airports are provided for planes to land, where they have runaways or runways, where they can, after landing, spend some minutes before they finally stop. Now we go to functions of our Nigerian Airport Authority. Number one, control of domestic and international airlines. They control domestic and international airlines. Any plane that is supposed to land must land with the permission of the Nigerian airport. They must know. They must go ahead for the plane to land, unless in case of any emergency where they can land anywhere. But under normal circumstances, they are supposed to be given permission to land. And the permission is normally given by the Nigerian airport. They are the ones in control. Number two, they provide parking space. Parking space for planes that have landed or that will be taken off. They provide parking space. That's why when you go to airport, you see a lot of planes that have landed, waiting for one thing or the other. Sometimes they are there to be serviced before they take off. Number three, provision and maintenance of facilities. They provide facilities too and maintain the facilities as well. Number four, ensuring cleanliness of the airports. The airports must be kept clean. Because they say cleanliness is next to godliness. Number six, housing of security agents. Airports too, the Nigerian Airport Authority, they provide security agents in every airport to take care of the security of that particular airport in terms of providing all the necessary things in order to have people and their property secured. Number seven, general administration of the airports. They provide general administration of the airport. They will oversee the activities of all the airports in the country. Number eight, they equally perform the function of revenue collection, just like in case of seaports. Airports to collect revenue. Number nine, promotion of foreign trade. Airports provide opportunity in terms of promoting international trade, because when you are dealing with international trade, you are dealing with countries. Buying and selling that has to do with crossing of one border to another, moving from one border to another. So this airport provides grounds where international trade is facilitated. You can travel from Nigeria to Ghana using the airport, from Nigeria to Cameroon using through the airport, so on and so forth. And the last one we have here is ensuring passenger security. Ensuring passenger security, because plane or transport by air is very dangerous. And that's why the moment you boarded an airplane, the moment you are seated, the moment you sit down, you will hear an announcer telling you to fasten your belt, telling you that in case of any emergency, this is the exit way. This is how you do when you are going, for example, jump out of the plane, so on and so forth. All these are done to provide safety to the passengers that are there in case of any emergency. And with this, we are through with the Nigerian Airport Authority. We go to the next agency known as Customs and Excise Authority. Why are we learning this? We are learning this because they have a very vital role to play when it comes to commerce, when it comes to international trade. When you are buying goods from other countries, bringing it into the country, the goods must pass through Customs and Excise Authority. When you are taking goods from Nigeria to another country, they must pass through Customs and Excise Customs and Excise Authority. Now, what are Customs and Excise Authority? Customs and Excise Authority is a department. Customs Authority is a department in the Ministry of Internal Affairs. They are under the Ministry of Internal Affairs, charged with the responsibility of assessing and collecting custom duties on import, export, and other goods produced locally. It regulates and controls import and export. Collect, like we said, import duties, export duties, tariffs, so on and so forth. Now we go to the functions of our Customs and Excise Authority. One, collection of tariffs. And what are tariffs? Tariffs are levied, it's a form of tax, levied on locally produced goods. Goods that are locally produced, meaning they are produced in the country. When we say locally, we're talking about being produced in the country. Those goods that are produced, whether goods or service, tariffs are paid on them. Those tariffs that are paid on them are normally collected and be passed to the Customs and Excise Authority. Number two, Supervision of Warehouse. Customs are normally found in every seaport, in every airport. So whenever there is warehouse, they supervise the goods that are there to ensure that the goods that are there are the right goods, not the ones that are prohibited from either bringing in or taking out of the country. Then we have provision of smuggling. They prevent smugglers from smuggling goods from other countries into our own country, or taking from our own country into other countries. They prevent smuggling, illegal taking of goods, buying and selling of goods through the back door. Then we have number five, supervision of foreign trade. They supervise foreign trade. Yes, they supervise foreign trade. They supervise imports. They supervise exports. Number six, they enforce ban on certain goods. If goods are banned, they are the ones that will make sure that the goods are not brought into the country or taken out of the country, especially bringing into the country. They ensure that goods that are banned, that are prohibited from bringing into the country, they ensure that the goods are not brought. Like we have today, we have a ban in terms of bringing of foreign rice. They are the ones to ensure that. Number seven, provision of what you call quarantine facility. Provision of quarantine facility. This is particular to bringing of animals like cows. When cows are brought into the country in a ship, for example, using the sea transport, they are normally quarantined, kept in a particular place before their owners will finally come and check them. The last one we have here is completion of documents. There are documents that are supposed to be completed when importing or exporting. Now those documents are normally completed by Customs and Excise Authority. Now let's talking about the three major agencies as far as our lesson of today is concerned: the seaport, the airport, Customs and Excise duty. Now we go to the next item. We look at the relationship between the ports or the port authorities and the Customs and Excise duty. There is a very good and cordial working relationship because all of them are working for the government. All of them are agencies established by the government. All of them are there to achieve one goal or the other. So they work hand in hand. They work together, hand in hand, in a harmonious, in a very cordial way. They ensure that everything is done and done accordingly. Their activities are coordinated and carried out in accordance of the law under which they are established. So they work together hand in hand to make sure that everything is working and working well. That's just talking about the relationship. Now we go to Nigeria Export Promotion Council, because we're talking about transport. And of course, we are talking about international waterways, international airport. Then we must talk about what is known as Nigerian Export Promotion Council. What are they? This is a council set up to assist exporters of goods, and they set out procedures for export trade. They are concerned with export trade. It is an organization set up to assist exporters, bringing out procedures that will help in times of exporting the goods or services being produced in the country. And they have their functions as follows. 1, enhancement of trade activities. Trade enhancement, they perform the function of trade enhancement, such as reviewing and elaborating export procedures. They review export procedures. They elaborate the elaboration of export procedures. Number 2, export financing and incentives. They help exporters in terms of financing what they are doing in terms of exporting goods and services. They equally provide incentives. The last one we have here is training on export management and international market. They give training to their members to know what are those things that they need to know as far as exporting of goods and services is concerned. Now we go to the last part, which is their functions. Preparation of export documents, that's number 1. Number 2, trade information services in terms of establishing and operating international trade information centers. Number 6, setting procedures for export trade. Number 7, export marketing activities. Number 8, creation of awareness to their members. The last one we have, is shipping and clearing and forwarding agents. There are agents that do this work. They do this work on behalf, they ship, clear, and forward goods on behalf of their clients. We call them shipping, clearing, and forwarding agents. They arrange the receipt and delivery of goods to a particular place through the port, whether airport or seaport. Now we go to the last part, which is the summary that we have today. And quickly, we have discussed in this class, 1, port authorities, that's talking about the seaport and the airport and their functions. We could talk about relationship between the two of them, relationship between excise, custom and excise authority. We talk about meaning of Nigerian Export Promotion Council and their functions. And with this, we have come to the end of the lesson. And not only that, we have come to the end of transportation as far as commerce is concerned, as far as you are concerned. Wishing you the best as you prepare for your exams, NECO and WAEC. Lastly, assignment. You are expected to do this assignment and submit to me, as usual, through my number. 1, mention any for the functions of Nigeria Port Authority. Mention any for functions of Nigerian Port Authority. Number 2, what do you understand by the Nigerian Export Promotion Council? Number 3, describe the relationship that exists between port authorities and the Customs and Excise Authority. Number 1, mention any 4 functions of Nigerian Port Authority. 2, what do you understand by Nigerian Export Promotion Council? Number 3, describe the relationship that exists between port authorities and the Customs and Excise Authority. You can send your answers, comments, observations through these contacts. Abbas Shehu on 080-100-127508. Again, Abbas Shehu on 080-100-127508. Thank you very much for listening. See you in our next class. Have a nice time.